that you have an STD, then you need to inform people of that. Because when you don't, and you infect that person, you are changing their life forever, and they are making a decision that they do not know. Like, this shit is going to change the rest of my life.
Wow, these compilations are getting crazier and crazier. I think I'm gonna start off the episode by saying, yeah, definitely. If you haven't been tested in a while, get tested. Very important, especially if you're pretty active. I can't wait to dig into this compilation. Welcome back, gentlemen. I hope that you're doing well, and you know, you're not unfortunate like this woman is. The compilation is on regretting hookup culture. No doubt in this one's case. Let's see what the rest of the story is about.
And there's nothing I can do. And I'm embarrassed. And I'm humiliated, and I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid for letting someone take advantage of me in a moment of weakness. But I did not consent to this. And I'm going to get justice for myself. Because there have been so many times in my life where I haven't. And this is not fair. And I refuse to let anybody else feel like this if I can help it.
Yeah, regrettably, life is not fair. I am shocked at your tattoo choice. I just realized what that is. Let's move it.
I think that a lot of
let's move that away. Needless to say, it is very important that you test yourself, especially if you're choosing to go down that life path. In most cases, you know, unless it's very serious, STIs can be cured. But I don't think I need to give a fun ed you know, talk with you guys. I think most of you have your stuff in order, unlike this one. That kind of stuff bites you in the ass. Let's move on to the next one. What's this about? Your ego is keeping you in a relationship. Okay.
Women stay in situationships because of their egos. I know, because I've been there. You'll meet a guy, think, wow, I need him in my life. I need him to lock this down. But deep down in your soul, you know that this guy is no good for you. You know that if you were to end up with this guy, he's probably not going to be able to give you what you need in a relationship. But your ego is saying, we need to lock it down because if he were to commit to me, it would prove to myself that I'm worthy. And it will feel like you've won something over that once felt unattainable to you. Deep down, you are not wanting to accept the truth and the reality of what the situation actually is. Instead, you want to prove to him how worthy you are of his love. Give him everything that you possibly have to offer in order for him to see some kind of value in you. I stopped attracting situationships in my life by two things: knowing exactly what I want and not tolerating anything else besides exactly what I want. And then number two, being so solid in my core that I do not feel the need anymore to prove myself worthy of anyone's love. I'm so good by myself. I'm so good on my own that if you don't see what I have to offer, I feel bad for you. I'm not trying harder to make them see what they're missing out on. And if you don't see it, then I'm gonna keep it moving because I need a guy that's so sure about what it is that I have to offer him that he would be dumb to not accept that offer.
I want to talk about some.
I couldn't imagine what exactly you have to offer. You can't count. Those are three things, not two things. But I digress. Maybe this one has something interesting to talk about. One sec. Alright.
Something that I've wanted to talk about for a while, but I feel like now is a good time to talk about it. I think it's something that everyone should know. So first and foremost, we are all made of energy. When we have with other people, it is also a transferring of energy, which is why we can feel really good after having it with some person and then really bad when we have it with another person. And I know that sometimes it's easy to hook up with people, but there's always that moment after when you don't feel so good about it, and that is why. Take that information how you want it. I'm not trying to tell anyone what to do, but that is real, and yeah.
What is intermittent reinforcement?
It's like you should think about who you're giving it up to. Yeah, I think that's a solid piece of advice for ladies out there. Right, let's continue. Is that visible? Okay, so this is part 1, intermittent reinforcement in relationships. Never heard this before. Okay.
Reinforcement. Well, if you are in a roller coaster on and off again, really up and down situationship or relationship, you might be experiencing intermittent reinforcement. Intermittent reinforcement is commonly used by abusers and narcissists. However, it's not exclusive to those folks. Fearful avoidant attachment styles also very commonly create an intermittent reinforcement type situation. Not all of these people know that they are doing it consciously, although I do think that some of them certainly know what they're doing to a certain extent. They know they react.
Sure, right, because like myself, I don't know what attachment style I am. That just sounds like new age dating wish-wash, but in any case, okay.
Action that they're going to get with the behavior.
No,
and like anything, it exists on a spectrum. Yay! It's defined as the delivery of a reward at irregular intervals, a method that has been determined to yield the greatest effort from the subject. When I learned about this, I wrote.
Okay, this is also called breadcrumbing.
About it. It was a kind of cathartic experience for me, and also I just felt very validated when I found out about this.
Cool.
Essentially, your partner will show you periodic affection and approval or reward at unpredicted moments and irregular intervals.
Hazel, that's inappropriate.
What this does is it causes the other person to work harder to sustain the relationship and therefore get more reward. Intermittent reinforcement makes the brain behave similarly to addiction, specifically gambling addiction. So think of playing a slot machine and you're pulling the arm over and over and over again and you're not winning, but you know that eventually you will win. You don't know how much you'll win, but you know that at some point you will win. Not at any type of regular interval that you can predict, though. And you might not win big. This goes for relationships. Oftentimes the reward or approval or affection is not something big. It's actually something small. But it reinforces you to keep pulling that arm because you know that if you just keep pulling that arm, you will lose. But eventually, at some point, you will win. Stick around for.
There's no need to watch a part 2. The TikTok could have said, woman realizes that she needs to put an effort into a relationship to get something out of it. At least with any smart man that you're, with. I don't think you should be giving your everything and receiving nothing back. A real relationship is a push and pull, strengths and weaknesses, two people coming together and making things work. In any case, I'm not really here for that kind of dating advice. I want to keep this one short as we've hit the 9-minute mark. Really appreciate you watching, guys. Thank you as always. If you liked the video, do me a huge favor and like it. It gets it out to new people. Subscribe if you've watched a few of my videos and haven't already. I really appreciate that. And hit the notification bell if you want a notification every time I put out a new video. Anyways, I'm going to roll the outro scene. Thanks for watching. Always do your due diligence. Bye now.